I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rockin' Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. Y'all want this party started right. Thank you. Y'all want this party started quickly. Right. Let's go, party people. Get that energy up. Your main man, the #1 Chief Rockin' Knicks Universe, Uncle Freezie is in the building. Let's go. We have a game, and we basically can't wait. Can't wait. I see y'all in the chat. First of all, let me thank everybody let me thank everyone that was rocking and supporting with us just a few minutes ago as we recorded the weekly audio podcast. Had a good time doing it. It was a lot of talking. That was a lot of talking for like 57 minutes straight, back to back, no breaks, right? Thank y'all for showing up and supporting me on that, man. I was reading y'all comments as I was reading the script. and man, thank y'all for being so supportive of everything Blorange Tears related, everything Knicks related, everything chat related. Thank y'all for being so supportive. Right. Thank you for everybody that listens to us on all the multiple audio podcast streaming services. Be sure to download the audio podcast. We don't do it for a long time, but we do it for a good time. So be sure, no matter if you have the Apple app, or if you have the Spotify app, whatever app you have, just search for NBA basketball hosted by Uncle Freezie, Blorange Tears. You'll see our logo there. Is highly recognizable. Just click on it, man. Save some of the stuff to your favorites, comment, download. I'm expecting Adam to download it. Make sure y'all, man, just download it, man. Support us as we go forward, man. We trying to do our thing. We also have the Blorange Tears newsletter that we're trying to crank out content for. A lot of stuff that we're trying to do to give you more and more of this Knicks content from a Blorange Tears perspective. Man, this Coke Zero is good, man. This Coke Zero tastes pretty good. I think I might have emptied the clip on the audio podcast joint. I don't necessarily know if I have a specific direction to go in. So I'm going to add the link in the chat, and then we'll start this conversation off right. We'll start this conversation off quickly, right? All right. King Ribby in the building. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. 27 in the building. Adam, what's good, man? I see you. Mega NYK is in the building. All right. The Knicks have a game. Can you believe the Knicks are still playing basketball in May? Wow. Wow. Poon in the building. Knicks in 7. I'm with you. Knicks in 7. Knicks in 7. What's good, boss? Nothing. You ain't there? Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
All right, Adam went ready. Okay. These superstars, man, you give them all that time to get ready, play the intro, and they still not ready. Brooklyn Buddha's in the building. What's good, man? Mike Boy in the building, man. What's happening? Wapo is in the building. All right. So we had a long Knicks at Night podcast last night, man. It seemed like we rocked until like 4 something in the morning. That was crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I see you. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we got I like our chances. I like our chances to be competitive. I like our chances to be competitive tonight. I'm not going to guarantee anything. You know, I just like our chances to go and be competitive. You know, it's K Sarah Sarah. You know how it is. All right. All right, Adam, you got everything straightened out. All right. So okay. Adam having some type of issue. Hey, yeah. Hey, Adam, make sure you tighten that up, man, before you come back. I'm gonna move Adam backstage, man. Adam just showing up, and then yeah. Hey, Mega says Lee is still recovering this morning. I know. At least yeah, that's like he even sent me a text. I was like, as soon as I saw the text, I was like, yeah. He probably just, yeah. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. So I'm confident about tonight. I'm not getting ready to get up here and say the Knicks are going to win by 40 tonight. I am confident, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not, Mega. I see you. I see you. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. But do you guys feel like the Knicks have figured something out? Do you guys feel like the Knicks have figured something out with the Heat? And if they figured it out, if the Knicks have figured it out, is the answer that they got to whatever the answers can they implement it? Can they take advantage of the things that they figured out? Right? And is this something can the Knicks beat the Miami Heat 2 games in a row? Ultimately, that's the question. Can the Knicks beat the Heat 2 times in a row? AP says the Heat are reverting to their mean from 3 land. That's one of the things that I noticed. And in AP, the thing about it is, I think they knew that in like game 3. I think they knew that like in game 3, and that's why they were racing to those offensive rebounds. King Ribby, what's good, boss?
Salute. What's good, Freezie?
Hey, man, ain't nothing. I'm chilling, bro. How you doing?
Chilling. How your day?
Man, busy, bro. Busy,
Like,
man. Busy. I've been at it. So I ended the Knicks at Night podcast, man, like 4 a.m.
damn.
And then I wrote. I'm working on a book about hip hop. So I wrote for about 2 hours, and then I paced the floor for about an hour thinking about what I was gonna say for the audio podcast. And then I laid down, man, till about 9:30 till about 9:30 and jump back up. So
You got it.
yeah.
Like you don't. How long you be sleeping for? Like an hour, 2 hours?
No, I get sleep, man. But what it is I'm rehabbing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I have a knee injury and I have a knee injury and a foot injury that I'm kind of rehabbing from. So I can't sleep comfortably. You know how you take your shower and you get in the bed or whatever?
Nah,
I still got to elevate my legs and stuff. So I don't sleep comfortably doing that.
That has to hurt.
I gotta elevate my legs too, to be honest. Too.
Yeah.
So,
I've been dealing with a similar problem with, I'm assuming, bloodletting in one of my feet.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah,
salute,
man.
Salute, Freezie.
What's good, boss?
Well, I'm feeling a little better.
Good, man. Good. It's good to see you.
Too.
Yeah, man. It's good to see you, boss. I have this thing about the game tonight in Miami where I'm and I don't want to overstate or constantly reiterate this one feeling, but I feel a certain way, but I don't know how to. You know how you feel a certain way and you don't know how to describe that feeling? And so sometimes it comes out like you saying the same thing over and over, even though you want to say something, you want to expound on it, you just don't know the words for it.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So it's one of those type feelings where, and see, I was just about to say the same thing over instead of repeating myself. Y'all know how I'm feeling. Y'all know the vibe.
You're hesitant to say that we could win tonight.
No, I'm confident that we can win.
exactly.
I just don't know how to express it in a different way. Right? So let me see here. Adam, you good, boss?
Yeah, man, I've been having some issues with the phone connecting to my iPad. My iPad connected to my phone. Is like I wasn't hearing you from my iPad. I was hearing you from my iPad speaker. So I had to restart my iPad.
Oh,
I mean,
you in here now. So what's up?
yeah,
Yeah, man. What's good, y'all?
Yeah,
let me ask this in regards to the other series that are going on in the playoffs. And I know at me, Freezie, you're going to say IDEGD. You don't give a damn. Right?
Right.
With that said, anyone expect Boston Philly to go the distance? Yes. Did anyone figure that even with KD and the massive amount of injuries that Phoenix suffered, they were going to get clobbered by Denver? Yes. Did anyone expect Golden State to be on the brink as they are this year? No.
Right.
Did anyone think that Miami would be pushing us to the brink at this point? On paper, no.
Right.
What's the point you're trying to make?
Yeah.
The point is, this second round has been both what we expect and what we didn't expect at the same time.
Right. So how you feel about that?
It's kind of off-putting in some ways.
Right. So it's got you. So it's kind of like, so you're in a comfort zone, but not sure. It's like being in a bubble, right?
Right.
It's like being in the bubble. Like, you're safe inside this bubble, right? But at any second, this bubble can burst, right? You know what I'm saying? That's like kind of like, and I appreciate you helping me figure out a way to state how it is that I'm feeling. Like I feel like we're in a safe place, bro. Like inside this space that we're in, I feel like we're in a good space. Like I feel like even if everybody doesn't bring it every game, we can still be competitive with a playoff team, right? Because if you look back at it, we had to batten down the hatches in every game, right? We had to batten down the hatches in every game. No one game that we played did we feel like we put our best effort forward, right? But somehow we found a way to be 6-4 in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Them.
6-4 in the playoffs. That's what I'm talking about. But a point of what's up, baby? But a point of personal privilege is this. A point of personal privilege is, you know why resistance is futile? Resistance is futile because legacies are born. And once a legacy is born, no resistance can be put against it. That's why legacies are run through the fire. That's why they only talk about the greats in certain aura tonight. And then on Sunday or whenever the next game will be, there is somebody sitting on the bench right now. Somebody sitting on the bench wearing a New York Knicks uniform that has the potential to be a New York legend, that has the potential to be a New York great, the one that stepped up and carried us down 3-1 against the Miami Heat. Isn't this provocative? Aren't you entertained? Aren't you excited? And only at the Blorange Tears Network with Uncle Freezie, Uncle Cheesy, man. I was about to be called it. Well, Uncle
Oh, you got
Freezie,
Uncle Sleazy.
Uncle Freezie, Uncle Cheesy, Uncle off the yo, where Ribby RM will pop up with a Mets 12128. Listen, if you a Mets fan, you better be cheering for the New York Knicks, because the last thing you want the Knicks to do is turn the TV off, and then we got to turn and look at what we done bought in the offseason. I'm not trying to see that right now. I need the New York Knicks, Adams, Rangers, Yankees, Giants. It seems like with those Rangers, Yankees, Giants, Adam need him some Knicks too. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Especially with how badly they've been playing lately.
Right.
Yeah, man. I like that energy. Ghetto.
I mean, in regards to the Mets, you could blame injuries, you could blame Bucks incompetence, you can play the team playing lazy, lack of plate discipline, lack of pitch control. You can blame all those factors of why they've been playing so bad lately.
Right. In terms of what GI is saying, though,
The Knicks.
you know what I'm saying, about where we are tonight. Tonight is gonna be one of those moments that we're not gonna forget for a very long time, right? So if we go in and we beat Miami in Game 6 and force a Game 7 at the Garden, this will be one of those moments that'll live in infamy for the Knicks, right? Not because we won a championship, but because this team was down 3-1 and fought their way back to play a Game 7 at Madison Square Garden.
And made New Yorkers move their schedules and clear their schedules for you because they coming home.
Yep. Coming in hot. Yep. And so the part two of that is if the Knicks win tonight and force a Game 7, right? And then we get that Game 7 in the Garden and we win, then there's a whole nother legacy. Now it's the whole we were down 3-1 against a heated rival, and we came all the way back from down 3-1 and vanquished a rival, and somebody, quite frankly, Knicks fans just don't like.
Let's get it. Y'all be spitting with your flows, I'm just podcasting.
That's right.
On the air every day, I'm just podcasting. You don't know what that mean when I say I'm podcasting. I'm broadcasting these flows with the podcasting. Every day of my life, I'm just podcasting.
Right.
Share my dreams with you, me and I'm podcasting.
What?
You can see my vision through the podcasting. But don't forget J Boogie when I'm broadcasting. I'm podcasting, he's podcasting. I've been spitting this venom since Karate Flicks. When Mr. Sims was sharing nothing but the Knicks. I guess you know by now, I seen some tough years. Now I know the reason why Freezie got them Blorange Tears. Closest thing to Yo! Closest thing to the Reverend's Deacon call up Gmo. What's good with the people, man? Beautiful Friday, man. A beautiful orange and blue day. A beautiful we going to Miami and handle our business day. RJ Barry said it the best. RJ said 13. Yeah, 13 teams have done it. Come back from 3-1. Let's make number 14. 14 teams come tonight can make sure they come back from a 3-1 lead. Nobody think we can do it. Nobody don't believe we can do it, but only us. That's why I say it's all eyes on us today, man. It's all about us, man. Nobody else, man. Just the New York Knicks and the family, man. Believe and have faith, you know what I'm saying? And we about to do something hysterical, man. Hysterical. Should have been watching Boston and got that same feeling what Boston did last night. You should have been watching the Denver Nuggets and got that same feeling the Denver Nuggets got it. So why can't we do it on the road, man? Please ask yourself, why can't we do it, man?
We got it, bro. We got it.
It's already done.
Yeah, man. We got it. And that energy. Wait a minute, Adam. Is Adam's energy up? Adam, is your energy up?
Oh yeah, my energy.
I didn't hear you. I swear for the last week I have not heard you say, "Hey Mets, get that energy up." I have not heard it. Well, it may be because it was Mets wasn't feeling well or something, but I had to get his energy up in about a
Mets
week.
has been under the weather. He's a Mets fan. He ain't got no choice.
And real quick, Freezie, man, shout out to the chat, man. The most beautiful, loyal, respectful people it is in
Yeah,
the world.
salute to the
And all
chat.
praises other sports.
to the
Ain't
chat.
no other sports franchise better than us. And shout out to all you great men, man. You great sons, you great fathers, you great uncles,
Yeah.
you great brothers, you great cousins, you great homeboys, and all the females in the chat. Shout out to all you great daughters, great
Yeah.
mothers, great
Shout
aunts,
out to the
great nieces,
ladies.
your great cousins, all you beautiful people, man. Orange and blue.
Bim. There we go.
Yeah, baby. Anybody try to be negative, y'all in the wrong place. Me and Jay Boogie ain't having no negativity. And we watch it. We got to the locker room early. We watching everybody on their way in the locker room. Why you looking like that? Do you know what tonight is? Tonight ain't about elimination. Tonight is about your greatness. Tonight is everything they said you not, you about to be. Tonight is when your back against the wall. Tonight is about being a typical New Yorker. Where my New Yorkers at? Even on the Jersey side, we represent, we take that New York energy and we do something with it on this side. It ain't Philadelphia that feed us. It ain't Chicago that feed us. It ain't Nebraska. North Jersey, we get our energy from New York. The lights, we see them on the other side of the Hudson River. Don't you ever kid yourself.
Right. Yeah, man, for sure. We 8 minutes from 10th Ave. What we do? We 8 minutes, bro. We closer to the Garden than some of them cats on the island. You know what I'm saying?
I lived like 2 hours away on the island from the Garden when I lived in Staten.
Yeah.
Half, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Man, Jersey City, they used to see who could throw rocks into Manhattan. Is you serious?
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I used to ride the bus on Garfield going to Dickinson. I used to see, you know what I'm saying? I could see the Statue of Liberty from my house every time I step out on my porch, every day of my life. I could see the Statue of Liberty over everything. I walk down to Garfield, get on the bus, catch the bus on Garfield, walk down Van Nostrand, ride the bus to
What is we
Dickinson.
doing here? Talk to him, Freeze.
Yeah, man.
Jersey represents, baby.
Yeah, was it? Yo, Smoke, why we ain't play your intro, bro?
Oh, because I ain't email it to you yet, Freezie. I got you. I know what you're getting at. I ain't email it to you. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it.
Okay. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. I'm on a break, so I wanted to come through, man. See, you all had high hope, man. Arrhythmic, gospel. Man, I want everybody to, light they sage, talk to their ancestors. You know what I mean? We need y'all to dig deep tonight, man.
Yeah, man.
Word
Yeah, man. Like what Giab was saying was, man, this right here is not about elimination. It may be about coronation. So, you know what I'm saying, to the Knicks nation. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things, man, where it's like, bro, we feel confident that we can play with any team in the NBA, bro. We're in this offseason, we're 6-4 in the postseason, right? We legit won 6 games, 4 against Cleveland, 2 against Miami, right? We have a winning record in the playoffs. And pardon that. And so when we play anybody, we feel like we have a chance. You know what I'm saying? We feel like we have a chance against anybody. So game 6 on the road in Miami, and they're going to come out doing their haymakers. They're going to come out doing their Miami Heat thing. I don't fault them for that. They win how they feel like they should be winning, or they use tactics that give them the best chance to win. But if you're the Knicks, you got to be resilient. You got to keep your head. No matter how many things are going on around you, you still got to be the best version of yourself.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And so if that means
go back a little bit of them dirty tactics, man. I don't mean to cut you off, man. You know what I mean? But, you know, if somebody get an eye jammy like they giving us eye jammies and roll ankles, then so be it. You know what I mean?
Right. If that's what it takes to win, if that's what it takes to win, man, it's you know, like you know, I hear this saying a lot, right? And I think it's one of the worst sayings that we, you know, introduce into the culture, like this thing of throwing them to the wolves. You know what happens when you throw things to the wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ever so there's a story and Smoke, maybe one night when we get together we could talk about it, right? But basically what happens when you throw stuff to the wolves, you start to get domesticated dogs, because now the wolves don't have to hunt, you bringing the food to them, right? And you know what also you get by throwing everybody to the wolves often? You making your population smaller and smaller, bro. Now, after a while, you're not gonna have nothing else to throw to the wolves. And then when them wolves get hungry and you ain't got nothing else, guess who they looking to eat?
You.
They looking to eat you, right? So to this whole thing of like throwing into the wolves and all of that stuff, if them wolves expect you to keep throwing stuff to them, and then when you run out of stuff to throw to them, those wolves still gonna eat. And you might be the meal.
I'm just happy we in position to even walk them down. You know what I mean? Right. We could have relinquished that, and we gave ourselves another even be in position to walk them down.
Right. Yeah, man. I think it's a testament to how good I think it's a testament to the job this front office did. This a testament to Tom Thibodeau for weathering the storm. He has not been perfect. Right? The roster is not perfect.
Of course not.
But the thing about it is that this team is resilient. Right? This team is resilient. It's like when you watch tea. Anybody in here ever made tea? You know how you put the tea bag in that boiling hot water? That boiling hot water be about to bust that bag open, but that bag just being there, just taking it.
You know what I'm saying? You could do the same thing with just the leaves, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. Yeah, it's steeping. Nah, I got you. Yeah, but my point is though, with us, with all these, with all the comparisons that I'm drawing, is the parallels and stuff. The main thing I'm getting at is despite all the pressure, whether it's from the wolves or from that hot water, you know what I'm saying, from making tea, bro. At the end of the day, you got to be resilient to get the things that you want. If you're resilient and persistent in getting the things that you want, then you can hold out to the end. So when everything comes down, you still the last one standing. Is that what you want? Do you want to be the last one standing? If you're a Knicks fan, of course you do. Of course you do, bro. And I think that's where we are. Like, I think we've taken Miami's best shot. Not saying that they don't have any left, because Miami is a good team and we don't want to sleep on them. But at least we know what they have in their arsenal and we know what we're going up against. So when we go up against them, you can be like, okay, we know what they got. They know what we got. So now it's just about will over skill. And can you overcome their will to impose your will?
It's about who wanted more tonight, for sure. Who wants it more? It don't matter about where it's getting played at, because home court does matter, but you can overcome it. It's about who wanted more tonight, period.
Right. No doubt, bro. No doubt. That's one of those. And listen, I don't want to sound like I'm always giving the pep talk and all that stuff, but I think it's as simple as that though. It's like, you know, when it comes to certain things, do we have what it takes to weather the storm? And then I just threw out another cliche. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be cliche guy, but ultimately what I'm saying is
the king of cliche. He not the chief rocker. He the king of cliche.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. So it's one of them things. How confident do y'all feel like we can go in there and win this one game? Can we beat Miami on their own floor?
If the refs mind their business, most certainly.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even need the refs to mind their business. I just
Exactly.
need us to hit. I just need us to hit our shots. We definitely can't go in there and think we're gonna win in Miami ugly. We got to go in Miami doing what they don't expect us to do. Grimes hitting shots. RJ continue to playing at this high level. We got to hit shots. We really do, and we definitely got to shoot at least 80% from free throw. We definitely do.
Yeah. And we also got to.
You know, it's two players that I want to shut down. Go ahead, Freeze.
Okay. No, go ahead, boss.
It's two players that I want to shut down. You know, and all. RJ, if it's me, RJ, you need to go get Jimmy. I need you to play and check Jimmy tonight because there's two players that I want to shut down. And Grimes is our best defensive player. He's our best now player. He's our best at getting over the screens or fighting through the screens. You know, he's the best at that. So what I want to do, I want to shut down Strolls. That's what I want to shut him down. I don't want him to get in no rhythm, no factor, no nothing, because he's one dude who's not falling off with his shot in the starter. Gabe, he's over and done with. We don't clamp him. He's done. He's officially out of the series. But if you shut him down, and then when he goes to the bench, and you do the same thing, and
Okay, so J Boogie must be going through a trouble spot. Yeah, J Boogie probably. Ribby, listen, man, how you feeling?
Man, I want to win. And I know tonight we're going to win. That's a fact.
Regardless, right? Like you don't care about how we do it.
How we win.
It don't matter how. Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm with you too, bro. So how do we get there though?
Freezie said, "Yeah, that was sweet. Brunson. I know you just won't win. That's sweet. Yeah. But how do we get there though? Because I got 3 hours worth of show.
Brunson got to navigate it. To be honest, we don't win without Brunson.
Okay.
Absolutely, that man is absolutely right. Because we're not taking the ball out of his hands. It's been in the ball in his hands all. Yeah. Talk to him. Talk to him, Brunson. Talk to him.
Then, of course, Randall got to put some work in. I think he's gonna put some work in regardless. It's his time. So, and RJ, if he continue to do what he's doing and stuff like that, and then the bench, he's gonna be Gucci.
Would y'all agree that we play our best when our back against the wall?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. We don't have a lot of experience with it. We don't have enough. That's an analogy. What does that mean? We have going on runs.
In 13 a GI in the beginning of the season, and everybody thought we should just tank for Wembanyama, who we wasn't going to get. Did we not respond?
Yeah, we did. We won like 20-something games in a row. So, like within the 10th game in that 21-game run, our back. Hold on. Let me finish it. When we were 10 games in a row, and we went on to win 21. When we won 14 in a row, 15 in a row, our backs wasn't against the wall. We just kept it going. So I just think we get into a good rhythm. I think once
can I ask a real question?
Our basketball, it doesn't matter who we're playing.
Oh, let us finish our quarrel real quick. So my second question was going to be us. That would have been the back of the wall scenario, right? Even though matter of fact, that's not even a good question. The question that I really want to ask is after we won those games, we won in a row, we lost 5 games in a row. So the turmoil came back up. It reared its ugly head, didn't it? That would be back against the wall.
Yeah. No, I have to, let me yield to you. We've definitely turned our backs on a lot of situations, but I just don't know that we're ready to say we're that team. We're down 3-1. This is what we do. You know what I mean? Down 3-1. Now the Knicks can get warm up. Yeah.
I agree with you. I don't think it's something that we should expect, but I expect at least that they're gonna show up and fight tonight. Win is a different story, but I know for a fact every time people been going hard on this team, they've responded.
Now I see your point. And that's why I said I wanted to yield. Now, and that should be a testament to Tibbs. When has the media not kicked butt? They've written Randall off before. He came back a whole season. They writ him off for dead last year. He came back and performed the whole season. And they couldn't wait this year till he had a down moment. So, yes, this team can operate in adversity. But operating in adversity and playing your best ball when you're back against the wall, I don't see those as one and the same. But now I think we're on the same page.
Okay,
I disagree.
Okay. So why do you disagree?
Because I feel like we done showed that we done showed up with our backs against the wall a plethora of times. Like, so I don't get how people saying that we won't show up.
Okay.
Like, I don't get that.
I didn't say we wouldn't show up. Right. I just said I don't think we earned a right to call ourselves a team that operates with our back against the wall.
G, I don't want to hang his hat on that. That's what he learned. I agree.
So basically, it's like a 50-50 to you for tonight. That's
no. That's not what he's saying. Not what I gather from what he was saying. What he's saying is that can't be like our rallying cry, or that can't be something that we can point to and say just that. Okay. Right? Because there are a lot of factors that go into, you know what I'm saying, when you say back against the wall, you know what I'm saying, that gives everybody the impression that we're comfortable in that space. Like when
we the cardiac kid. We the cardiac kid.
We're gonna fight our way out of any situation.
Only till you don't get my best fight until you almost choking all the life out of me, and people got me dead. That's when I get my best fight.
Like Hulk Hogan. After Hulk Hogan get beat up for like 58 minutes, but the last 2 minutes of the hour, he like, oh, wait a minute. He start waving his and then start slamming on the rope.
Yeah, you ain't know I had all this in the reserve tank. I got a reserve tank that you ain't know.
Yeah.
It's like Ali with the Robodope.
Yeah, it's called fight or flight, and we tend to fight in flight situations. This is all I'm saying.
Okay.
And I just hope we give that credit to Tibbs and the preparation. I agree with you. Credit goes to Tibbs that he always got people prepared.
For sure.
Right. Yeah, man.
I know tonight is gonna go like this. Maybe I know tonight that Jalen Brunson, R.J. Barrett, and Julius Randle are saying to themselves, if we all have those games, and this offense is fit to where we all can have our games, because we just did it last game. We all damn near on our way to 30. If we'd have kept playing, we just would have had 60, 90, we'd have had 100 each. And this game would have just kept going. They couldn't stop us, whatever we wanted to do. If that happens tonight, where Brunson gets off, RJ's getting off, and Randall getting off, they can't beat us. But you know, it's not our strong suit. But when it does happen, we're unbeatable by any team.
How many times have all three of them scored 20 since in this playoffs run? I mean, like the whole.
I remember twice. I only remember twice.
It's like
same here, only twice.
I thought it was only three, but it might be twice. It
may be three too. It may be three also, but it's not. We played 10 games, so it's not like we got it half the time or something.
Yeah. Not enough. It's 30% of the time ain't enough.
Yeah.
For sure. My hopes is high, man. I don't feel dull for it. I don't have no doubt in the back of my mind. As a matter of fact, I was in a private conversation with a couple other homies, and he was like, all that doubt. I'm like, man, like he was talking in the future, and I'm like, bro, we're not there yet, bro. We gotta get past where we are right now before we start talking about that. Let's just take it one step at a time before we start worrying about the future, man. We gotta live in the present. Be present is what I had. Be present, man.
Yeah, you got to be where your feet are, right?
Be present, for sure.
Yeah. That's one of those things. Like like Smoke, you know how like early in the year you do your end of year projections, like, yo, if we do everything according to this syllabus or this prospectus or this schedule or this outline or whatever, at the end of the year, such and such will look like such and such.
Word.
And then somebody in the meeting be like, yo, does that mean we'll get bonuses at the end of the year? Be like, relax, bro. So calm down. Relax. Follow this stuff here first and make sure that we do such and such and such. And then, when we get down the road, we'll address it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we getting in the car, we getting on the New Jersey Turnpike, and Cats is like, yeah, man, I want to get mumbo sauce when we get around DC, bro. I want to relax, bro. We got to get out of New Jersey first.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You worried about lunch in DC, bro? Relax. Yo, that's like 4 out. Relax.
Facts. We don't even know if the car gonna make it yet.
Yeah, man. We probably gonna stop before we get there. You know what I'm saying? We probably gonna stop somewhere in on the other side of Delaware before we probably gonna stop in Maryland. Relax.
And to me, it's nothing wrong with having a forethought. I just think when you in the heat of battle, you can't be thinking so far ahead. We still in battle. You got to face what's in front of you before you think about the next thing. When you in the heat, we still in the heat of battle, so we shouldn't be thinking about the future yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like when I was I'm just gonna say this. I was in a place in the military, and we're in our armored personnel vehicle, and we on the inside and from the outside we can hear like little tinks, like we can hear ting 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 ting. You know what I'm saying? On our APC, and this dude is inside the APC playing New Edition, talking about what he gonna do when him and his girl get back together. Yo, I'm gonna take her to the mall and we gonna sit in the food court. Meanwhile, we in the APC, and on the outside of the APC we hear ting 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 ting, and I'm like, relax, bro. How about we get through this situation first, and then you can play your New Edition stuff. You know what I'm saying? And all of that, and you can take your girls to the food court and all of that stuff afterwards. Yo, fellas, what's good?
Salute,
man. What's going on, fellas?
Ron Cleve, what's good, Ron Cleve?
Mets, I feel for you, man. You know, with that hat, you know, my brain is taking it to y'all, man.
Yeah, thank you, Ron. I appreciate it.
Freezer, I know you been trying to stay away from that subject. You know, you normally bother me when y'all beating up every.
Tell them Mets, wrong hat, Mets.
But them Braves a problem, man.
Yeah.
The only team I see that could kick the Braves' ass, as much as I hate to say right now.
Mets, we got to be easy on the language, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But salute everybody.
Y'all just remember.
Yeah, Mets, we got to be easy on the language, bro. YouTube all over us every time somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's just a new YouTube thing, man. Just relax.
It's a family show.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, no. Championship won in May, but go ahead, Ron.
Yeah,
hey, you know they ain't won in May, but
they the spring champions.
You know we deep. We deep like the mines of Minota.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on the panel.
Here Ron go.
What's up, Corey Lee? I see you. TSK, what's going on, boy?
My man.
Hey,
what's up,
Lee? What's good, boss?
Hey, man, I got a formula for the night, man. I got a formula for the night.
Yeah, my guy.
Tibbs got to deploy this thing tonight, fellas, man. Quentin Grimes is essential. And I'm not talking about the defense. We got to get Quentin Grimes going early. I'm talking early. Because if we don't get him going early,
Atlanta. Miami just gonna keep loading up, trying to double and triple Brunson. And we don't need that, man. We need Brunson and them guys to make sure Tibbs need to have the mandate tonight. Get that ball in Grimes' hands so he can loosen that defense up and force them to have to go one-on-one where they can't cheat to go over there to try to double up on Brunson. That's key, man. And I think too much of this series that I'm seeing is we going the other way around. Because like even this last game, I don't think Grimes took a shot till like well into the second quarter. Right. We can't have that. We can't have that, man. Especially when he's a guy who's dependent off others to get him the ball so he can score. You know what I mean? Brunson, the man that need to be giving the ball. And I'm gonna tell you, Freezie, I think you brought it up too, and I didn't catch all of it. But this is a night I deploy a little bit of Fournier too for that same reason. Okay. I deploy him too. Stress that defense out. And another thing, do not double Jimmy Butler. Play him straight up.
Right.
Play him straight up. That way you don't have to be scrambling to get to them shooters on the wings when they're trying to shoot them threes. Play straight up basketball, man, and let the chips fall when they make. Because Jimmy don't look right neither. And I ain't going to even front. He don't look right. And as long as we do that, I think that's the key tonight, man. Of course, with the other things of not turning the ball over a bunch and rebounding. But if we can keep them from having to double up on Brunson, I think that's going to be key tonight.
Okay. All right. I feel you, boss. I feel you in that in multiple aspects, right? So I feel you in multiple aspects. For one, I feel like if the Knicks do what the Knicks do well, then I think that we have a shot. I also feel like Jimmy Butler doesn't look healthy. I will also counter that with Brunson is not healthy, Randall's not healthy, Grimes is not healthy. So now it's just like that quickly. Yeah, it's like that battle of attrition. Bam is not completely, healthy. I think all of them are taking cortisone shots. You know what I'm saying? So
enough to knock out an elephant.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Pat Mahomes did for the Super Playoff run for the Chiefs. Took enough cortisone shots that he could kill it. They can knock an elephant out with it.
Right. Yeah, because his injury looked bad. Remember, he got hurt in the AFC Championship game.
Divisional
then
round.
He came back in the Super Bowl and re-injured himself.
Actually, was
played on a high ankle sprain.
Game.
The what? The what? Oh, okay.
The divisional round. Not the title game.
Okay. Yeah, man. So if Ron, I think if Grimes can get Butler, then I think everything else will fall into place, right? The key is no Josh Hart, no RJ on Jimmy Butler at all, under no circumstances. Because the numbers say when he gets Josh Hart, he eats Josh Hart up, right? He eats Josh Hart. The numbers say this. It's not something that we made up. It looks like Josh Hart does something, but it's actually like Shaq on Jack Sigma. You know what I'm saying?
Freezie, but what if Tibbs let him do it?
Nah, Tibbs don't want to do it. Tibbs has been trying to get Grimes on Butler, and if you notice, when Grimes was hurt, Miami jumped out to a lead on the series. When Grimes came back, the Knicks are competitive. The thing I think Dre sent me a thing, and it basically said on the possessions that Quentin Grimes guards and this is for all you Grimes fans, don't run and hide now. Now is your time to pound your chest if you're a Grimes fan. The numbers Jimmy Butler guarded by Jimmy Butler guarded by Grimes look like, I think the percentage is so bad that it's like, okay, Jimmy Butler guarded by Quentin Grimes is 5 for 17 for 29.4% from the floor, and he 0 for 3. right? But Spoelstra, knowing this, is running plays to get to. Think about this: a championship level coach is running plays to get Quentin Grimes away from his best player. Now, I know to people listening, y'all like, yeah, blah, blah. Man, that don't make sense, blah, blah.
It does make sense.
Stop being negative for a moment and just listen to facts.
That makes perfectly good sense.
Jimmy Butler, with Quentin Grimes guarding him, is 5 for 17. And Ron and Quentin Grimes, think about this also. My man took 17 shots, right? But Grimes has guarded him 94 times. That means when Grimes is on Butler, that man don't even want to shoot. Right?
And so numbers don't lie. You best believe Miami looking at the same analytics.
They looking at the same stuff. Yep. And I think that's the reason, Ron. I think that's the reason why Grimes has got the start. And I think that's the reason why Tibbs and nobody will give you know how people don't give Tibbs credit for nothing.
Just to blame when the Knicks lose.
Yeah, that's all. Just that. Just that. You know what I'm saying?
They love that. They love doing
man. So just think about that. Grimes has guarded this dude 94 times. And this dude has only shot the ball 17 times with Grimes on him. And he's only made 5 of those shots. Josh Hart coming again. The other game 5, when Josh Hart came, remember we was up by 14. Josh Hart came in the game and they cut the lead to 5. And Cats is out here like, Randall need to stop. No, that wasn't Randall, bro. Josh Hart, bro. That was Josh Hart coming in guarding Jimmy Butler. They went on a run. Tibbs hurried up and snatched them back out the game. If y'all look at the numbers, man, Josh Hart didn't play 40 minutes in that last game.
Nope.
RJ and Grimes was carrying, and not saying that Josh Hart is a bad player. What I'm saying is Josh Hart and Jimmy Butler is a bad matchup.
Yeah, and I think probably the part of the reason why I think when you look at them two guys defensively on Butler, I think Grimes is a little bit more fundamentally sound. You know what I mean? He ain't falling for all that, and he ain't trying to reach and all that. Where if you watch Hart get a little too amped up for Jimmy. It's almost like it's very personal for him. You know what I mean? But Grimes ain't getting, because there's a lot of head games happening, and I think Grimes doesn't fall into it. I mean, not Grimes, but Hart, because if we notice something, Hart has been complaining a lot to the refs.
Yes.
And you know what he complained about? What Jimmy is doing to him.
Right.
And we know Jimmy does some cheap stuff. You know what I mean? He
right.
So once a player get in your head, you know it's a wrap.
It's a
wrap where he ain't getting in Quentin Grimes' head.
Right.
And Quentin Grimes has seen enough of Jimmy now where he knows his tendencies, because that steal that he made in that last game, that was anticipation.
Right.
He anticipated him going that direction when he jumped and stole it.
Right.
So yeah, at this point, man, like you said, it's about who. It's basically like Julius Randle said in that it's about who wanted more right now. That's
right. Can I add something to that real quick? That was right after a dirty Bam Adebayo moving screen, which he need him, and that man turned around and still stole the ball on a bum leg. So that speaks a lot for Quentin Grimes.
And finish the game.
That's a major fact. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to add to but you know what I'm saying? I digress. Go ahead, gentlemen.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if them refs, and this is another thing tonight, and I said it yesterday, Freezie, and this really gonna tell who gonna win this game tonight.
Right.
You gotta adjust to how the refs is calling the game.
Uh-huh.
You gotta adjust, because if you mess around, if they calling it tight, you know you gotta be selective on how you playing defense. You can't be overly aggressive.
Right.
If they're letting you get away with stuff, oh well, it's open season.
Right.
And then even with that being said, if they're calling the game tight and you know they're calling it tight, don't sit there and argue with the refs, man, because guess what? Miami going to be going the other way with that ball. And you saw it. Matter of fact, it was 0.5 seconds left on the clock where after Julius Randle shot that 3 and they relaxed.
Right.
And the ball went down the court. And thank goodness they missed it, but still. The little things like that, man, right now, when you got to win the game, it's going to cost you whether or not you win or lose. And we got to hit our free throws. We got to hit our free throws.
Got to have them. Got to have them.
I want to second that notion that Ron is saying, like, we just need to pay attention to detail. It's the little things that's been making us lose this series. It's not the big things, because both teams haven't been shooting that well. So if you pay attention to the little things and the stuff like that, when you hit a shot, don't celebrate, get back. You know what I mean? You don't celebrate till that clock has the fourth quarter and it's on 0. You know what I mean? That's when you celebrate.
Absolutely.
And you're still not satisfied. You give handshakes, but you're still not satisfied. You feel me? And that's why I like the fact that in their press conferences, they still didn't look satisfied. I didn't see smiles on faces. I didn't see nothing like that. It seems like they still got work to do, and that's what that's the mindset that I want them to have at this particular moment.
Let me bring up a little interesting stat in terms of the series as a whole. From what I've seen, the only spot the Knicks are beating the Heat in are field goal percentage overall and rebounds. In the
exactly
latter,
what we need to beat them at.
46.2 to 40.2. In the former, on average, 44.6 to an even 43. Miami is basically killing the Knicks everywhere else. 106, 102 in points per game, 24 to 20 in assists a game, 4 to 3.5 in blocks, 32.1.2 to 30.1 in three-point shooting, and free throw shooting 80.5 to 70.6. I just find it so unbearably baffling that, I mean, yeah, I know the Knicks have been wishy-washy at the charity stripe, and we haven't been able to figure out the three-point shot, but you could at least figure a way to compensate by guarding off the three-point instead of leaving the shooter wide open.
Right.
Word.
Okay.
Definitely protect the 3 today. Watch the 3. We got to watch Struz. I need McBride to come in and just hold Duncan Robinson. I don't even care about height. I just care about he gonna harass him like his skin color. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I care about, man. That somebody needs to be on that man like his skin color, man. Just stay on him, period. Because I find him and Gabe Vincent the biggest threat. Kevin Love and them, they're gonna do something, hype the crowd and stuff like that. But he is the biggest threat. He's the best shooter that they have, and it's pure. He don't even bring the ball down. It's all wrist. So you got to watch that boy.
All right.
I think this is a game when you look at those two guys, Kevin Love and Kyle Lowry. I think this is where the age catch up with them, because when you look at it, it's a quick turnaround, and that don't bode well for older players. You know what I mean? And even that game against, when we played them the last game, that was after a 1 day off, and they came and played. Now you got another day off. You got 1 day in between games. That bode well for us. And I like the idea of Deuce, TSK. I'm with you on 100%. But you know who I like Deuce on? Because I've been paying attention when Deuce come in for this short period he come in. It seemed like we always put him on Lowry.
Kyle was about to, I know you was going to say Kyle Lowry.
He
I
gives
know what you
Lowry
think.
fits.
Oh, yeah, he do.
He gives him fits. So I like the idea. Bring him in and let him disrupt. Let him do what he do best.
Let him be on there for more than 5 minutes.
Nah, he definitely needs to play tonight for sure. Tonight is do or die. Everybody needs to get some burn.
Yeah, man. And so Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says numbers are stupid concerning guarding Jimmy Butler. Josh Hart has played Butler well enough, and this is about containing him from making others better. Different rested efforts is what is best.
What's crazy?
Yeah, that's spoken like a fan that is scared to death. Yeah. Yeah, somebody got some scratching and stuff in the background, man. Just mute yourself when you're not.
Not me.
When you're not. Okay. When you're not. What we're saying here, and thank you, Paris Duggar, for I think Paris Duggar is saying that because he's scared. Hey, Paris Duggar, do me a favor. Go to the pet store and have them direct you to the section where there is barking coming from, right? Let them grab you by the hand, go to that section where the barking is coming from, and have them select a dog and let them know that you are scared so that they can help you get one. Right? The thing is numbers can't be stupid, because if numbers was stupid, these arenas would not have a scoreboard up in their arenas, and they would not have people at the scorer's table keeping numbers.
Not to hold us out, Parrish.
Yeah, come on, bro. I thought you was coming stronger than that. I thought that was going to be a challenge right there. Like Parrish Duggar legit said, numbers are stupid concerning Jimmy, but come on, bro. Arenas have scoreboards for a reason, for numbers. The name of the game is you make shots and stop them from making shots. And Quentin Grimes is our best option from stopping Jimmy Butler from making shots. And we have data to support it, because the eye test tells us that, right? We see it. We see that Grimes has the potential to be an elite defender. Right. And quite frankly, I mean, I don't even know if I appreciate the fact that Parrish Duggar is out here diminishing what Quentin Grimes is doing. Right. You got to give people credit when they.
God forbid Parrish Duggar called Quentin Grimes a ham sandwich. But go ahead.
Yeah, bro, you got as Knicks fans, bro, at some point, when we got to give players credit when they do stuff that's good. We can't just hold our tongue until a player do something bad and then we out here bashing them. When players do something good, give them their credit. Give him his credit. Nobody said he's shutting Jimmy Butler down, but he's more of a difficult matchup.
Yeah, he make life hard for him.
Yeah, man, give Grimes credit, bro. I mean, come on. Come on, bro. What are we doing out here? Grimes is our best defender on Jimmy Butler right now, and we see it, right? And then you back up a thing that you saw by the eye test with numbers to back it up. Come on, bro.
And Freezie, I bet you Tibbs saw it. That's why he played 48 minutes.
Yes.
That's why he played that whole fourth quarter, even on a bad wheel when the man got banged up. Tibbs still kept him out. I said, he's going to the bench now. And I was sitting there saying, oh, man, Grimes looked like he hurt.
Yep, me too.
We don't need that, because I felt like if he went out that game, we might be singing a different tune right now.
Right. If he would have went out of that game and they'd have brought Josh Hart back, because Tibbs did it. Listen, Tibbs tried it twice. Tibbs was like, I'm gonna just give Grimes a teeny little break. We was up by 8. We were up by 8. They gave Grimes a teeny little break. And as soon as Grimes put his backside on the bench, they cut the lead. They cut the deficit to 3. Hey, I know I told you to get a break. Come on, no, come back.
Yeah, it was low as 2, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, man. So man. Let's give Quentin Grimes his credit, bro. Let's give Grimes some credit for stepping up in the series. His shot may not be going right all the way, all the time, but you contribute the best you can every night. It's like with RJ. RJ's defense may not be. RJ's defense is up and down. Like some nights you're like, okay, RJ got it on. He locked in on D, and then other nights they run him through. The effort is still the same, but they run him through different offensive actions to try to take advantage of his weakness. And sometimes they're successful at it, and sometimes they're not. Right? But the thing is, RJ's effort is there, but sometimes you get good results, sometimes you get bad results. It's tough having an all-around great defender. I think Grimes in this series has probably been our best defender when healthy. The only thing about it is when you play defense like that, you're opening yourself up for injury, basically. Yeah, y'all know what it is. It's like playing safety, right? It's like, you know how you playing safety and you got to protect against the deep ball, right? You the last line of defense in the secondary, right? But at the same time, when you see a running back coming around that corner, you see Buck Sweet, you coming up there with a full head of steam to you know what I'm saying, to fill that gap. And so when you're doing all those things, well, then again, the Dolphins never had good safety, so Ron may not know what I'm talking about. So,
Javon Holland.
He all right. He young.
Good.
He young.
He's good. Brandon Jones.
He okay. All right. They all right. Both of them are what, 24?
But yeah, about 24. But 24 years.
I think one of them is 25, the other one 24, but both of them, they're gonna be something.
But I get your point though, Freezie. When you play defense the way Grimes playing, and even Hart, you're gonna get injured. Because those guys typically that play like that has no regards for their body.
Right.
They're gonna bust through a screen. And that's something else I hadn't seen Grimes do it in this. I mean, not Grimes, but Hart do it in this series. I want to see him just blow up the screen just one time. Right. Just make the foul count. Like, make them think twice for setting that screen the next time when you're coming through. Because I'm telling you, Miami doing some. Oh man, I see more illegal screens in this series than I think. than I think at any time when we watching basketball, man.
Right.
There's a ton of it. There's a ton of it.
Right.
Everybody doing it and pushing. Man, you know, they could have called a lot of flagrants in this series, man, because hey, some of the stuff Miami getting away with, man, it is outright ridiculous. But then the Knicks can't breathe on nobody and they getting the foul.
Right.
And I don't even like to bring the refs into things, man, because they're not supposed to matter.
Right.
They're not supposed to matter in no games. But we got to acknowledge when they ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I shouldn't say but, however, because but cancel out everything I just said. However, you know what I mean? It is what it is. They're just going to have to adjust, man. They're going to have to adjust. But I agree with you, man. Grimes, it's going to be scary to watch what that kid become when they start looking for him all the time. Right. Like when he's a part of the offense. Because right now it's like Grimes just got to pick and choose when he can get his shots. They ain't running no plays for Grimes. And we all know that.
Right. Right. But he's a young player also. Right. So he's a young player also. So he's a player just on the verge of coming into his own. He needs some time. He's trying to figure it out. But at the same time, he's giving max effort. And that's kind of what you want.
Effort to get you there when talent fails.
Right. 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 Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie to you, boss. Some of these things, I think we figured out some stuff, but tonight we can't go into that game overconfident. We got to go in trying to play our best basketball of the season. So it's one of them situations where, you know, I know Miami wants to drag us into a ballroom brawl. I think it's best for us just to execute and just do what it takes to win. It don't matter if it's Mitchell Robinson knocking down free throws. You know they're going to do that tonight. Every time Mitch catches it in paint, they're going to foul him. You know what I'm saying? You know
that's coming.
Yep. So if you Mitch, you don't have to be Jerry West from the free throw line, but you at least got to make them pay some. And I know this is gonna, when I say it, I know
60%.
I know people are gonna say, no, man, Uncle Freezie, no. Mitch has got to at least hit 1-and-1 when he go. You got to at least get a point when you go to the free throw line. Do I want him to shoot 75% from the free throw line in this game to help extend our season? Yes.
75?
Right?
Freezie, you make me smile, man, because I told Soul thinking the same thing. I said, it ain't gonna bother me because we know how Mitch shoots. If Mitch can give me one every time he go up there, you just break even every time. Hey, I ain't gonna complain because I know your struggles at that free throw line, and typically big man struggles from the free throw line. It's rare to see big men shooting 80% from the line.
So it's like
even
60%.
Right. Right. Right.
The Knicks shouldn't give Mitch the ball. Period.
Nah.
Only for alley hoop dunk. Don't give him the ball so he can get fouled on purpose to go to the line. No, stop that.
Okay.
Everybody else should attack the rim except Mitchell Robinson.
Hey, Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says it's spoken like a guy who played in these moments. Nah, man, I ain't never played in the NBA playoffs. I don't know if Paris Duggar played in the NBA playoffs. Hey, Paris, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I never played in the NBA playoffs. Have you? If Paris Duggar played in the NBA playoffs, bro, we need to get him up here on the screen so that we can.
His super chats need to get bigger if he played in the NBA playoffs. Nah, I'm joking. Paris, bro. He's a blessing. He's a blessing with the super chats, bro. I don't know what Paris. I don't know where he going with this one, man. I don't know where he going with this one.
Yeah,
I see where he going. It's not Jimmy's. He's saying it's not Jimmy's numbers. It's his impact on the game. Like when he's getting them easy layups, 4 and 5 in a row, and then everybody else just getting their confidence going. I think that's what he's trying to say, but that's not how he said it. He said numbers don't matter, but words do matter. So if words matter, then numbers matter.
Yeah, but even with that though, G.I., shouldn't it be as simple as putting one foot in front of the other? Instead of us getting super analytical and super scientific with the approach to Jimmy Butler, shouldn't we just recognize the fact that Grimes is doing okay against Jimmy Butler, so keep it going?
Yep.
Because at the beginning of the season, Grimes wasn't there to do it on Jimmy Butler like that, and you saw the result.
And it gives us a chance to play the way we normally play with our lineups and everybody playing the game and the time they usually play. And it allows us to be more organic. Yes, I absolutely love it. But I just was trying to give Parrish because it seemed like, once you start saying, what happens when we all play virtual GM. And then it gets personal when we start saying, well, you ain't never been a GM before. You ain't never played the NBA. That's what it's like. All right, well, come on, man. Now where we going now?
Oh, boy. Yeah. So Paris says, there's no option to stop Jimmy Butler. It's a game-to-game adjustment. Stop your BS. I guess that's directed at me. So I'm going to direct something at Paris Duggar. This is for you, Paris Duggar. Yo, just give Quentin Grimes his credit. Ron Cleveland, can we please just give a Knicks player credit when they do good, bro? Why do we always have to do that, bro? It's a game 6. We face an elimination on the road. The dude has been doing good in the role that was given to him, and we have to find a way to diminish what a Knicks player is doing.
It really don't make any sense, really, because we all want the same thing. We want a chip, man. We all want this thing to keep going on. And if you're looking at numbers that's telling you when this particular player plays them, what the outcome is, it's the reality of what it is, regardless of how you may feel. It is what it is. And it's just like, for instance, shot charts. They got shot charts on every one of these players. And they're going to look at those spots and see where they shoot best at and where they don't. And they're going to try to make them shoot where they don't shoot good at. So numbers numbers is a value in everything in life. Everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let a young lady you trying to holler at, she give you her phone number. You think she gave you her phone number. And you call, she don't answer the first day. You call again, she don't answer the next day. Third day come around, she don't answer. And then that fourth day come, what's the probability of she answering that phone if she ain't answered on them first 3 days?
Right.
Numbers matter. Numbers matter, man. It matters. And I can't, and that's one thing, Freezie, I'm gonna get on players when they don't play good.
Right.
But for me, man, if you're doing good, I gotta give you a credit, man. I just like everybody know I probably been one of the most hardest people on RJ Barrett.
Right.
You know what I mean? I ain't ashamed of it. But I had to give that man his credit. If RJ wasn't playing the way he's been playing, we might have been home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Gotta give him his credit, man. The same energy you give when players playing bad, you gotta give that same energy when they're playing good.
Right.
But Ron, the problem. Ron, see, that's the problem. It's not necessarily. I'm not gonna go that far because I've been going that far as calling people haters, and I apologize to certain people. But the people can't believe what they're seeing in front of their eyes. Sometimes your eyes are
I hear what
locked.
you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Corey. But the thing is, if you can't admit when a player's playing good and you can only talk when they're playing bad, that's the definition of a hater.
I totally get it.
Yeah, when you refuse to accept a player playing good and you still talking about they're a bum. I still see people putting stuff up. RJ a bum, and this man having one of the best games of his career in the playoffs. When it matters, I can't ride with that.
Son, I get it.
That's just hating.
Son, I totally get it because I be out here defending every single Knick.
And I know you
every
defend
every single Knick. You know what I'm saying? Whether they have good games or bad games, because I see the potential in this team. Because this team doesn't stand out as one individual. You understand? We are a team as a whole, as a sum.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And what our organization or our fandom or the Knicks Nation is that they cannot get the fact that we just do not have one idolized star, and we are a team of a sum. We are 15 strong. You understand what I'm saying? Plus everybody who sits on the bench outside of that, because they're a part of what we got going on right now.
Right.
So I mean, get over your bias.
Yeah, man. Regardless,
especially at this moment and this point of time in the season, how dare you? Because if you don't, listen, it wasn't your individual favorite player that got us all the way here. It was the entire team.
Right.
Exactly.
Amen to that.
Yeah, man. And Romello Avalos, thank you for the generous contribution. Romello says, Mr. Avalos says, Miami lost 10 in a row when Scott Foster is the lead official. He'll be in Miami today. Okay. Yeah, man. My issue is not that I have an issue over one player or another. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm talking about is as simple as Mitchell Robinson stepped up in rebounded well in game 5 and we won. So I want to give him credit for that. Right? Julius Randle stepped up in game 5. I want to give him credit for that. Right? Jalen Brunson probably played his best game as a Knick in game 5, and I want to give him credit for that. Quentin Grimes stepped up defensively against Jimmy Butler, and I want to give him credit for that. Don't want to say that don't want to do this whole thing like Obi had 5 rebounds and it won the game and then diss everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that, pick one player over everybody and then bash and be a hater for everybody else. Now, I don't want to do that. I'm going to say this team came together. Tibbs had a good game plan. It worked out for everybody. I do want to, because I have been one that have been critical of Quentin Grimes. Y'all know that. I call him a ham sandwich. Y'all know that. All this stuff is I'm not running from it, right? But in this moment, when that young cat is doing good, bro, I got to give him his credit for being a good defender over somebody that was on a heater coming into this series. Right? The way he looked against Milwaukee, he not looking like that against the Knicks.
90-something, almost 100 points in 2 games, to be exact.
Right. So why are we not even trying to give that man credit? This is ridiculous.
And I told my little nephews and stuff, man, when they was talking about Jimmy Butler, man. I said, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, he ain't scoring like that on the Knicks. You can forget that. He ain't putting up no 40 and 50-point games on us. It's not happening. And true to form, that's exactly what we're seeing. They make him work. They make him work.
Right. And quite frankly, what's wrong with making a NBA player work for what he gonna get? Other teams do it to us, right?
Right.
He averaging 23.
Right. Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's all, man. Listen, man. Listen, do I respect Jimmy Butler? Yes. I respect Jimmy Butler, right? But in the playoffs, he's averaging 31.9 points per game, right? Against us, and against us, he's averaging 25. So what does that tell you about what he was doing before he got here to us? And also for the other haters were also saying that the Milwaukee Bucks had a better defense than us too. Remember that? Oh, Milwaukee defense. You got to be careful. You got to be careful what you ask for. Jimmy Butler roasted them and got them out of here. And Ron Cleveland, you know what other thing too? You know Milwaukee has Giannis, right? Do you know the Knicks won more games against the Heat than the Bucks won against the Heat? Right?
Yeah.
Right.
But then again, we didn't win any games against the Bucks.
Right. Yeah, man. So ultimately what I'm saying is, and thank you everybody for y'all generous contributions and all that stuff. All the contributions, man. Not just
you super dope, bro. You super dope.
Yeah, man. Not just that, man, but the comments and stuff help drive the conversation. That's you know what I'm saying? That's just as important as everything else, bro. Helping drive the conversation in a dialogue, and that way we can kind of peel back the layers of the conversation, man. I love it. Bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So how you feeling, man? Now that you heard all of that stuff, how you feeling? Has anything changed since we started this about an hour and a half ago?
Some has changed, but to that one who said about the whole ref being the guy that's cost Miami 10 games in a row every time he's had the ref team. Word of advice, buddy, don't jinx it.
Yeah.
Because the minute you say something like that, it's going to reverse itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
It's a law. It's a law of nature, isn't it?
Bim. Yeah, man. And so what I'm saying is now is not the time. Like if you have a certain player, that you don't want to have get exposed, man, we all do, bro. None of us want to have like these young kids come out here and get exposed, right? None of us want to like, for instance, we don't want to have RJ Barrett or Mitchell Robinson come out here and get exposed and look bad in the playoffs. At the same time, these men are professional athletes. They get paid a bunch of money. This is their job, right? And they have to learn on the job under pressure.
They do.
You know, look who backstage. Let me bring my guy in real quick. Hold on, y'all.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out? Down in the deep of my mind, I crawl for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you? Down
Yo. Wiz, what's good, boss?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Wiz. Come in kicking ass, Wiz. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. I find myself
It's
in
Wednesday.
a
It's Wednesday, so I don't have to do it again today. I'm coming. It's not a machete because I'm Jamaican, but it's not a man.
Yeah, he's coming in again with this stuff, man. He's got the goodies, man.
Well, I'm coming to slice and dice tonight. By the way,
I thought that was a belt for a minute.
You dropped some rounds today, Freezie, when he said, "Don't consider it." What do you started off? You said it's not. He said it's a coronation, right?
Yeah, Don't look at it as if it's a elimination. Look at it as if it's a coronation.
And I consider it the path to the coronation because right now it's an elevation. And right now, as we step up to the new station, I assume that one day when we start to
bars.
Has transferred to my bars. But definitely, so yes, I am expect us to show lots of appreciation in the tips, and because we're gonna get not some sanctions, but some satisfaction.
Right.
Boom. That's it. That's all I got. I'm not Jay Boogie, so I can't keep going. I'm not doing Cleveland, so I can't keep jumping around.
But you are Wiz, and you have wisdom.
Yeah, man. And speaking of Jay Boogie, I gotta do a joint, man. My man got a joint that's out, man. I gotta make sure that I play it because the thing is, man, my man is the GOAT in the game, man, and I want to make sure that we continue to show my man.
I need this Jay Boogie in my life.
I need to hear that.
So I'm gonna play this joint for Jay Boogie right quick, y'all. Here goes.
I think we see Willis coming out. There he comes right now. 6'10" from Grambling. The captain of the Knicks, the most valuable player of the NBA.
New York, New York. Orange and blue, tried and true, we the Knicks. New York. Still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gonna see all eyes on us. New York, New York. New York, New York, New York, New York, New York. All eyes on us, all eyes on us. Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gonna see all eyes on us. Still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us.
What Leon Rose did, no spite of the future set for the young kids. Let off, this a straight aim. I wish the worst and the best way for Danny Ainge. You wanna rob us for our draft picks? Strip us down, take the logo off New York Knicks. I guess by now you don't feel the shine. Them ain't trades we pulling up, them Quentin Grimes. Let me give you a little history. Us New Yorkers reacting man you quickly. Why you think we got the media watching? Fast break through the legs, become that Obi Toppin. Straight fashion, we got the best clothes. When you in shape, you take your shirt off like Jerry Rose. All you used to be Knick fans, go ahead and switch. This that Block Ness Monster for Money Mitch. Like please Tom, no time to play. I walk the garden with a peak coat like I'm Fournier. A Nick jersey, some Levi's, some Butter Tims. This ain't a loop, this a alley-oop, the Jericho Sims. Keep it real, however, we got a different style. I called Juice for the pressure, he gave me 8 now. They try to break us at deadline, tear the squad apart. Them 9 days after Cam gave us the Josh Hart. You read the Bible and know the Quran. Just live your dreams every day, make a team like Quan. Catch the youth before they hit their grind. Work hard, get rewarded. Come on, Hartenstein. I'm talking to all the East guards. I brought Jalen from the West, now he's an East guard. The same number 11, you know the rod strict. Now you playing against a squad with a baby pit. Look at Julius right now, he know it's game time. The off-season lose weight, pivot baseline. The big bucket being made when it's crunch time. That jab step left hand in your face time. I know Drake represent, you see the 6 hard, but turn it upside right, you see that's not a guard. This time around for the season, I'm making prop bets. I need 26 mil off that Tyler check. The truth is, you gotta be a little tougher. Every time we play Miami, I gotta deal with Jimmy Butler. MIP all-star player, I gotta have it. Pretty boy, young Key Sweat, Broadway Barry. I know we got a lot of haters. I know we got a lot of doubters. But one thing for sure, us is that orange and blue, we gon' always stick together. It's us against the world.
Coming in like Willis Reed. Y'all gon' see all eyes on us. We still some Knickerbockers. Whole world shockers, all eyes on us.
Fire.
Man.
Shout out.
That's dope.
Dope.
Shout out to
Speechless.
Jay Boogie.
Come on, man. He keep bringing them and ringing them and ringing them. Bringing more and more hits, inspiring the fandom.
All eyes on me.
Daggone right, bro.
All eyes on me.
Yeah, that's fire right there,
man.
That is too fire.
Hey, they need to play that tonight before the game.
What?
I like that message with that Boston Celtic man in that corner. Looked like he tapping out.
Yeah, he was tapping out. And the dude from the Sixers with the Sixers jersey just flopped down in the corner on the stool like, no mas. You know, yeah, man. So shout out. Hey,
all right, I'm going to get on the tee box in an hour, so I'm going to get out of here, do a couple warm-up shots, then watch my Knicks tonight, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, G.I.
What's up?
You know what the night is?
What's the
Knicks
night?
on
baby?
Friday night.
Knicks on Friday. Yeah. Knicks on Friday night. Let's go, baby. We got the OGs in the building, baby.
Let's get that
We
thing,
doing
man.
that
Let's put all that pressure in Miami lap tonight. Like hot coals.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's put it on there.
Hey, yo, G.I., I look forward to seeing you on the PGA Tour, my man.
One day, brother. At least the seniors, not the young boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The seniors. That's what I'm saying. The senior tour.
Yeah, man.
Salute.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. Jay Boogie is doing his thing, man.
Hey, yo, Wiz, I want to say one thing to you real quick, yo. It's something to say when a man speaks softly and walks with a big stick. You need to watch out for him. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I got that.
Right. Yeah, man.
I love that. Much respect for Lee.
Freezie, we got to give Tom Thibodeau some love too, man.
Yeah, we got to give
Tom Thibodeau some love. Because I'm gonna tell you, if somebody would have told me Game 5, Quentin Grimes would have played 48 minutes with Josh Hart healthy, I'd be like, no way, that ain't happening.
Right,
that is not happening.
Yeah.
And another thing, one thing I did like, I like when he injected Obi in that game because that was another big move because we was lifeless. The energy was off. Obi came in there, the energy went up.
Right.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I ain't getting so caught up in how many points Obi scored or whatnot, but I'm looking at his effect on that game and the energy level. Anybody watching that game that's a Knicks fan, honest in your heart, you know our energy was terrible before Obi came in that game and with that bench unit. You know our benches are struggling no quickly, but man, there's something to be said for energy. Energy can lift people, and especially after he caught that alley-oop from Brunson. I believe Brunson threw him the alley-oop. Like the team it felt like they picked up.
Facts.
Bro, man, I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control, and I think I like it. You know what I'm saying about this game tonight. You know what I'm saying about the opportunity for our young kids to be in a high leverage game, and the thing about our kids being in a high leverage game, man. Like I don't care nothing about and this is just me, chat. This is just me being the Knicks fan, not the moderator. Like, I have to be the moderator because when you put a bunch of personalities on the chat, you gotta, the conversation. You gotta make sure it's too many moving parts when you the moderator, right? But just me being the fan that I am, I'm excited about our young boys being in a high leverage game where they can put their natural NBA talents on display. And whether they win or lose, this experience is going to be invaluable to them. Now, if they
Speaking
lose,
of our young boys,
just real quick, I'm just gonna say, just real quick, if we don't come out victorious, they can go into the offseason and knowing what they need to work on as NBA players. If they win, they continue the journey into a game 7, which is a more valuable experience than just a regular elimination game, right? So you know what I'm saying? Elimination game, that's high leverage, but a game 7 on your own floor, those are moments that you'll never forget for the rest of your life. As an NBA player, you get to put your best foot forward, and if you win this game 7, now you're talking about we were down to a team in the playoffs 3-1 that was in the NBA Finals 3 years ago, and we fought and clawed our way all the way back to win. And the cherry on top of that, your reward is not really like a reward, but it is a reward. Your reward is now, it could be a matchup in a 7-game series against a team that was in the NBA Finals last year. So you get more and more high leverage games to test yourself, but it starts one step at a time. One step at a time. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
What's up, Chris?
What's good, Chris?
What up, Chris?
So then, to piggyback on your statement there, Freezie, one of the benefits of us extending the series is 2 players in particular that could be key to our future in one way or the other, and that is for Julius to really come out strong, and if he can get healthy, IQ not walk away from this playoff series with the disappointment of what he may not have accomplished. So those 2 can get a chance to get on that floor and do their thing, would be my ultimate, icing on the cake for these guys to get the experience and the knowledge of who they are and where they can be. And I mean, I don't want to sacrifice, IQ, but where he is right now during this injury, I'm hoping that he reaches out to someone who can say to him, "Yo, I was there, young man. Here's how I broke it out. Take your time, young man. Right? Take your time." Anyway, that's a different Freezer song.
Can I say something?
What's up, Chris?
Hey, Juan, how are you doing?
I'm doing, Chris. How you doing?
I may call you later today before the game. That's okay.
All right. That's good.
What time will walk for you, Juan?
Whenever you call, man, I'm available.
It's 4 p.m., okay?
That's good.
I got
absolutely good.
Julius Randle tonight. Freezie scoring 40 points.
Wow.
He's
That's
gotta be
what's up,
big
Chris.
for the Knicks to win tonight, in my opinion.
Well, we do know Julius loves to play on the road. He loves to play on the road.
And I would double team Jimmy Butler, make him see a crowd.
No. We've already gone over this discussion. We need Grimes and McBride to swarm his ass and force him to go one-on-one.
Stop cursing.
Swarm his tail and go one-on-one with him.
I hope you're doing good, Corey. Love you, man.
Love you too, Chris. Take care of yourself, man.
Love you, Freezie. I'll be back on after the game.
Hey, no doubt, man. Appreciate you, boss.
Peace, guys.
Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir. Chris said Julius gonna hit 40 tonight. I wouldn't go against it. I mean, the man give us how many with a bad eye and still a bad ankle. I know people don't want to talk about that ankle, but that ankle ain't right. That ankle is not right.
And the backside and the elbow. Come on, man.
He's just a walking mass unit.
Yeah.
But he's a tough. Let me tell you something. One thing man, I'm enamored about him. His toughness. His toughness right now has me totally enamored. That shows me that he really wants to win, and that's always been the question about him in New York.
And I'm gonna tell you, I think his frustration, Corey Lee, because you know people like to look at it and try to read into a player when they look at him. I think his frustration is more with his body, with what he's going through. Because I'm gonna tell y'all like this: I think if we had a healthy Julius Randle in this series, this series would have been over. I think it would have been because Julius. If you look at Julius, just look at how Julius is playing. We all watched every game Julius played this year. Y'all telling me Julius look 100%? That ankle?
No.
Straight line is not a problem. It's the side-to-side movement. Even the way Julius is handling the ball, if you watch him during the regular season, Julius Randle was quick with those side-to-side movements, dribbling and trying to blow by somebody and putting them on a poster. We ain't seeing none of that.
Right.
We are not seeing none of that. It's a chore for Julius Randle to go side to side. And you see it on the defensive end. Really see it on the defensive end. Julius Randle, that ankle is bothering him. You know what I mean? Not to make an excuse for him because he's still playing, but it is what it is, and you got to acknowledge that. And I'm going to tell you, Julius Randle could have played football, man. That boy is tough. He's tough as a bag of rusty nails.
Right. No doubt.
Yeah, based on that eye injury we saw Wednesday, 48 hours recovery time. He did a cornerman. He did like a great cornerman to get that down and be ready for today. So that's a concern where the swelling should have gone down within hopefully 24 hours, properly treated. But it didn't look that good, man, to be thinking 48 hours he's ready to go, to have clear enough vision except pure grit. So let's see. He's going to come out here with just pure grit to go through.
Grit and determination.
Exactly.
Grit and determination. And Ron, and I mentioned this too, just really quickly. I mentioned this last night. I think they laughed me off the panel, but I mentioned that an all-star power forward got an elbow to the head, right? And when I said that, man, they laughed me off the panel. One all-star power forward had a donut around his eye like Little Rascals, right? And he still played, even went to the free throw line and shot free throws. The other all-star power forward that got the same type blow had to be rolled off the court in a wheelchair.
Hey, Freezie,
right.
I had to crack jokes.
I was with you last night, and I ain't laugh at you, bro.
Because he's a LA Laker fan, right? And so when I saw the picture of Anthony Davis in that wheelchair, I texted my son. I said, Anthony Davis looked like Frederick Douglass in a wheelchair.
Wow. And I'm not making light of head injuries, bro. What I'm saying is at this level, there is a certain level of physical toughness and will. Right, because Julius Randle, when they asked Randle, they was like, "Hey, man, so you got the bruise back from the Jarrett Allen fall, right? You look like you hurt your wrist, and on top of that, with the rolled ankle." And Julius Randle says, "The body will do what the mind tells it to do." Right? Anthony Davis gets elbowed to the head, and listen, I done got punched in the face before, but I know what it's like to get beat up all upside the head. I know what it's like, bro. You got to have like a certain level of like people joke with me now about boxing injuries. They're like, man, you got a funny looking nose, right? All this, yeah, it got beat up, you know what I'm saying? All type of stuff, right? But the difference is Randle stayed in the game with that donut when I think a lesser player would have been out, would have left that game and just stayed in the background just for the optics alone. I don't want to be out here with a donut on my eye, right? I don't want to be a meme. Randall didn't care about none of that stuff, bro. He stayed in the game, and he had a pretty decent game. Did he have a King Randall game? No, but he had a decent game, right? And Ron says this thing all the time. That I don't know how to say it. That something about the ability and all of that stuff. Ron say it all the time, right?
Yeah, shout out to
Guys,
Slurth, man. Your best ability in sports is your availability, and
right.
if you're not available, you have no ability.
Right. And so the thing that I want to point out with the Randall thing is the Jared Allen dunk. I know that man body was bruised up for that Jared Allen fall, because you saw it. You saw the grimace on his face. You know what I'm saying? You saw it when he hit the ground, but he bounced back up. You know what I'm saying? And blah blah blah. And for those that have never been like in a like Wiz is a pretty boy. So when I talk about like body injuries and all of that, Wiz won't understand. So Wiz, this will be a little bit graphic, right? But when you take blows to your body, bro, it don't matter how many shots they give you and all that stuff, and no matter how many pills you take and all that stuff, bro, that stuff is only temporary. It only masks the pain for a little while, right? Then when you feel like you should be in the gym shooting free throws, them cracked ribs that you got, that bruise. You ever had a bruised tailbone? Bro, that bruised tailbone, it'll stop you from walking, bro. So what I'm saying is, man, listen, I'm commending Randall, right? I know the Heat also have players that are dealing with injuries, right? But just the mere fact that we still here, New York, we here. Like there are no more narratives that can be said, no more all these different things, bro. We in a place where right now it's still right, because we done played each other 5 times in a row. There were only so many tricks that you got in your bag. Now it's all about who will execute better.
Absolutely. And Freezie, another thing about Randall, you think about this. Not only did the man come in that series with a bad ankle, but then he rolled the ankle again in the same series.
Yep.
You know, when people talk about that injury, they just think with the initial injury, but he rolled it again.
Right.
And he's still playing. To your point, lesser individuals would have been on that sideline, been like, no, I can't go. I got to think about my career and
street clothes.
You know what I mean? Next season is next season. That's the way Julius looking at it. Like, hey, man, next season is next season. I need to be out there. And I'm gonna tell you this: one thing I can agree with, and I think all Knicks fans can agree with, them days of us being a laughing stock is over. We are no longer the laughing stock of the league.
That part right there, bro. I'm with you.
I could agree.
I'm with you on that part right there, boss. I don't think. Listen, man. Hey, if I wish, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know this is gonna sound strange, right? But I wish I could, as a Knicks fan, occupy this space right here forever. The Knicks playing basketball in May, right? If you'd have told me this last year, it would have eased my mind last year. I wouldn't have been a lunatic on the internet last year if you had promised me this year, right? Last year, I was a lunatic. Get Burks out of here. I mean, remember all of that? But if you had told me, just go through that right there, because this time next year, you'll still be playing, bro, I promise you, I would have been more of a lamb instead of a lion last year. Right now, I can be that lamb now, because now being the lamb is mightier than the lion in this scenario, because I understand the moment. Right? This is like a nirvana. Like, the Knicks are playing basketball in May. And I know that don't impress a lot of people, But listen, man, for one that gets out here on this road, man, no lie, man, I get these bags, I pack them up, and sometimes I don't even know what hotel I'm staying at until I get close to the city. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be on my way to Memphis. I don't even know where I'm gonna be staying at. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in the city, on the outskirts of the city, don't know what parking gonna be like, none of that stuff. But we ride out, bro. And just off that alone, just to go see the Knicks play a random regular season game. This moment right here, where the Knicks could run. Think about it. The Knicks can legit are on the verge of forcing a Game 7 at Madison Square Garden the day after Mother's Day. Like I'm a professional writer, right? Like I write professionally. So some of these scripts and storylines that you write, bro, you can't make it up.
Man, you want to know what's crazy? And I'm not a superstitious person at all. Not at all. But I'm gonna tell you, my son texted me when we won the game, this recent game, Game 5, and he told me, he said he talked about my mom in the text, right? I was like, what mama got to do with this? You know what I mean?
Right.
He was like, grandma, this one for grandma. And I thought about it. I said, oh, dog, May 10th, my mama would have been 69.
Right.
God bless her.
You know
God
what I
bless
mean?
her.
And it's crazy, Freezie, because like I said, I ain't superstitious. And even the game when the day my mom died was the day RJ hit that bank 3-point shot against Boston.
Wow.
And all that was what, this season, right?
Yeah, man.
Well, actually, not this season, but that bank shot was last season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's been a year for my mom, but it was crazy. When my son sent me that, I was like, I just had to laugh. Like I said, I ain't no superstition person at all.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it is what it is, man. It was a good gift for us as Knicks fans, man, to win that game, because a lot of people, even myself included, I kind of felt like it was over.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even front. I felt like it was over. I'm like, ain't too much adjusting you can do. Right now, it's about really who's gonna put in the work to win the game. Execution, like you said, Freezie. And when we came out in that game, I said, oh man. My wife came in there and she said, what's wrong? She already knew what time it was.
Yeah.
So when I watch the game, I don't have nobody in the room with me.
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
I'm by myself. You know what I mean? So
right.
But it is what it is, man. But the New York Knicks is way ahead of schedule when we think about it.
Right.
Like, no matter what happens, like typically in basketball, there's steps you have to go through.
Right.
You have to get to the playoffs first before you normally get to a second round.
Right.
We knocked off a team that was a higher seed than us.
Yep.
That most of the people picked to beat us.
Yep.
We knocked them off, and now we facing a team with championship medal.
Right.
All through their DNA.
Right.
So man, hey, the Knicks pull this thing off, man. Freezie, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
Nothing.
You ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, man. Hey, Justo 1-1. Thank you for the generous contribution. Justo says, what Randall deals with, KD couldn't handle half of it. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate
and that's
that.
a fact.
That
was Joe.
Say that again.
Yeah, man. What Randall deals with, KD couldn't handle half of it, bro. KD couldn't handle half of it. And listen, I'm not saying that toughness is you got something to prove about how tough you are. Nah. This ain't about showing people how tough you are. This is about being there for your people when them people need you.
Yeah, where K at?
Can I say one thing? And this is not a physical thing. This is more of a mental thing, and that's been our biggest issue about this young man, his mental. So he showed me more mental toughness than physical toughness out of it all. Right. You understand what I'm saying? To mentally put himself
got wheeled off the court in a wheelchair, bro.
Exactly. He asked his body. One second, real quick, Ron. Real quick. Mm-hmm. You know, I remember when my drill sergeant used to say to me, or to the whole platoon, or even my senior drill sergeant, because we became a senior drill sergeant. He said, sometimes you got to dig deep and ask your heart for a little bit more.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Especially on them road marches.
Yeah, man. My senior
On them
drill sergeant
runs.
to be like,
Hey, them runs,
stop
you got that
smiling,
right.
you goofball. It's mind over matter.
Man, and them dogs stop barking. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But you know what I think it is? And shout out to my man for that, Freezie. Because that's a very poignant statement, man, because you think about it. It ain't but the game of playing in the, you know what it is? That constant scrutiny.
Yeah.
That's the thing that KD would have had a problem with. That constant scrutiny. Man, we see that guy can't even take it. He be on social media, spazzing out. So could you
Fragile.
imagine the constant scrutiny?
Yeah,
of
KD
playing
would
for
have been
the-
on. He'd have been
Come
on
on, man.
Snapchat yelling at a 14-year-old.
You know what I'm saying? You can call him Fragile Rock. Not Fraggle, Fragile Rock.
Fragile Rock.
That's a good one, Courtney. And I'm gonna tell you, they gotta be the exit that they had last night. Man.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing. They tapped out.
Yeah.
Them jokers that they checked out, man, before the first quarter in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that. Like, yo, man.
Yeah, man.
We're fishing.
BC,
Afternoon,
what's good,
guys.
boss?
How y'all guys
How you
doing?
doing?
Afternoon.
Good.
I'm all right.
Good afternoon, bro.
What's going on with you, young fella?
I'm all right,
Good,
man.
good.
I'm all right. Well, you know we got a good game tonight to go against the Heat, and I'm just like I said. You guys said enough stuff, but I honestly think this game is for the Knicks. It's not even about us. It's not about the fans. It's not about anybody but the players on the court. Why do I say that? Because the last game they won gave us hope. Now we see the potential we have. It's just up to them. They got to play like I've been saying it for weeks. I've been saying it for a while. You got to play minute to minute, line to line, step up because it's game time. You got to lace up them shoes and let it go. This
Bars.
ain't about us. We can sit here and analyze what's going to go right and what's going to go wrong. But to be honest with you, if we really sit down and think about it, with all the moves the Knicks have done within the last 4 years, we have improved if you really think about it. We have a guy who's an Iron Man in Randall. I'm not big on him. He's not really in my favor, but he's our guy, and I support him because he's on our team and he is productive. He's our Iron Man. He's basically the guy everybody hates to go to.
Respect.
But when you need something done, you that dude. Yo, Randall, I need you to do this for me. Got you. Like, he that dude. So for me, that know that he's on my team, I'm okay with it because you know what? He gonna get it done. RJ is the young up and comer with the, like he's like a young Billy the Kid type personality. But he's got to stay under control and stay focused because at the end of the day, we really are going to win off of him because of what Hart did last game. And I'm a big Hart advocate. But because of what Hart did last game, I think he's going to have some challenges. But if he plays off of how well Grimes plays, we could do it. But this game, man, tonight, it's for them. Because to be honest, if the Knicks go to Miami and win, like, that's a serious blow. Because right now, if we were to take this into any other sport, we just passed the 10th round, guys. And they've been beating us the whole card. We finally got our first knockout in the 10th. You see what I'm saying? Now these last 2 rounds are up to us. So for me, all we could do is support our team. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a tough game. But the first quarter will determine everything.
Yep.
I like what you just said. This last game was for us, the fans, and this one is for the players. And the reason why I like it is because as a Knicks fan, if we would have lost that game, that basically would have been a sweep. And the fact that we avoided that
situation.
The fact that we avoided that, hey, no matter what happened, ain't nobody can tell me, hey, if we lose this series, man, y'all was trash. Because when you get swept, that's basically what you are. You trash.
Yeah.
And
you know what I mean? But the fact that we took them 6 and we weren't even in the playoffs last year, made it to the second round. Hey, man, I feel you 100% on what you're saying. And this game tonight, you're right. It's all about them.
And the reason why I also say that is because think about it. The first team that the Miami Heat played was the Bucks. The Bucks lost 4 games to 1. We already done passed the number 1 team because we took these guys to 2 more games. I mean, we took them to another game, excuse me. So now we got 2 wins. They got 1 win. So whether you guys like it or not, we already proved everything as far as fans. That's what I mean by that, to even go deeper. But tonight, I'm telling you, man, they are going to ball out. And oh, by the way, also with the breaks, I also was listening to other things, and I thought about it. I said, what happens if they get into foul trouble? Like, let's say if Randall's down there grabbing all them fouls, going to the line, or Mitchell, they do the hatch of Mitchell again, and they're at the foul line. That's like a good 10, 15-second break. And then it probably goes into timeouts. So for me, it's like, that's what I mean by they got to help out Brunson. Let Brunson, if he's going to, I'm not saying he should play 48 minutes, but if he's going to, that's how we give him the breaks. That's how we let him know, yo, we got your back. We cover every end. All you got to do, just do you. So, like I said, it's up to the players, man. And it'll be dope, too, because if you think about it, like y'all said, Bird said that in, 82 or 83, when they were down 2 games, and he said, hey, my team sucks or whatever, and then all of a sudden they ended up winning the next 2 games in the series. So,
right. Yeah,
Bird
man.
said them boys had a serious heated discussion, man, after that last loss.
Yeah,
they said the locker room was heated.
Yeah, man.
So as Knicks fans and supporters of this, let's turn down the heat. Let's turn down the heat. Put on the air conditioning. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be summer.
What temperature you putting it on, Corey?
I'm putting it on 65.
Oh, good and cool.
Hey, Unc, I'm sorry. I got to run, though, but I just want to say this to everybody.
Yeah, I got to run. I got to get out of here, too, man, so I can get some work done before the game.
Before I leave real quick, everybody, that's a Knicks fan. Just watch the game. Don't comment. Treat it as if you were a kid again and just enjoy the game. Because trust me, you're going to see something that's going to either be good for us or bad for us. Just watch the game. And I guarantee you guys would enjoy it a lot more. Thanks, Unc.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Justo11, thank you for the generous contribution. Justo11 says, we not longer playing to just make it. We playing with you to win it all. The league just 1 year is astronomical. We not hanging with monsters. We are the monsters. On that note, I'm gonna try to get some work done because the game come on at 7:30. So I'm gonna try to get some stuff done in between now and then. Thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. Keeping me company. I hope I was good company to y'all, man. I'ma holler at y'all later, man. Peace, y'all.
Yes, sir.